Hello, fucking weebs. I just got done watching Optimus's Crusade video on Pokemon, which has nothing to do with the video. I just need to start the video off by saying something. But yeah, as you can tell, anime tier list, specifically 102 animes. This is I think this is almost all the shows I've seen. I don't know. There might be a few that I'm missing, but again, keep in mind I've probably seen all seasons of these shows, so yeah, probably. But yeah, I made this, so don't mind the fact that there's an I don't know right here, but I made it. So let's get it started because I let's just get started. All right. Uh, your March comes in like a lion. Yeah, I'll give it a B. It wasn't as good as in my opinion because a lot of people told me it's really good. I guess maybe it's because when someone tells me it's really good, my expectations are like really high, and it wasn't bad. It was good, but maybe it's just because people hyped it up for me so much, and I didn't like it that much. If that makes sense. So yeah, B tier, but not a bad show. 5 centimeters per second. It's a Shinkai film, but it's one of the more popular ones too. But at the same time, I didn't really like it that much. I did like the first quote unquote episode. I really did. I feel like if they just kept it like that or with that like momentum, you know what I mean? I feel like I would have liked it a lot more at least. But I really didn't, like it that much. Like the whole second half, I didn't really like. So yeah. Uh, Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, no. E tier. I did not like this show. I finished the first season, uh, and I dropped season two on episode one, and I didn't even finish episode one, cause I just didn't like it. It's so boring for me. I don't know. Maybe it's it's obviously just me because I know a shit ton of people that like it, but I fucking I don't like this show. It's garbage, in my opinion. Um, I'll place further in the universe again, another B tier. Um, I roughly enjoyed this show. This is actually a show that I found by myself. I know no one asked, but I'm just saying. So I liked it. It's pretty good. Good adventure. Good adventure comedy such as like a bit of drama. Moe type anime show. Even though it's not really moe because there is an actual fucking okay. Let's just move on. It's a B tier, decent show. A silent voice, yeah, S tier. I don't need to explain why, do I? If I do, then you clearly haven't watched the show. Unless you found a silent voice to be a bit boring, but if you found a silent voice a bit boring, you probably liked Your Name more. So yeah, I mean, if you like Your Name more than a silent voice, I don't have a problem with it. But if you didn't like a silent voice as much as an S tier, you probably liked Your Name a bit too much, just a bit too much. All right, kind of after story, another S tier. Again, I don't need to explain myself. Um, great show. Yeah, the only show that has successfully made me cry more than once, and it not being the ending. So, props to that show. And I mean, like, from Clan Ad, which was quite boring, even though I somehow watched it without being bored, to After Story, it is the biggest, like, jump ever. So, yeah, S tier. Easy. Ayurda. This is a very unknown show. It is a slice of life comedy. Each episode is only like 2 minutes long. Yeah, this show is. I mean, it's short, so it's short. So I'll give it a C because the first couple episodes are funny, but then once you start watching it more, like when you're in the sixth or seventh episode, it kind of gets a bit boring. But since each episode is only 2 minutes, it took me less than 2 hours to watch. You know, I'll give it a C. Um, a comic got killed. Yeah, D tier. Obviously we know why it's in D tier because all the main characters die except for like Akame and their boss, the Night Raiders boss. So I don't even know if she's a main character, but all I know is that Akame survives and their boss survives. But yeah, if they didn't kill everyone, then it probably could have been a B. I'm not lying, but they killed everyone off. So yeah, that shit is going in the D tier. All right, AKB 0048. This is an idol show. And I roughly enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. It was my first idol show, so cut me some slack here. I don't know what a good idol show and a bad idol show are, but I roughly enjoyed it. So yeah, maybe it's because there's actually action in this one. I don't know. I haven't really watched any other idol shows. I've seen one more, and it's on here. So yeah, the ancient magus spread, or Mahotsukai no Yome as the Japanese name is. Yeah, B tier, B tier. Pretty good show. Probably my first like magic anime I've seen, and I roughly enjoyed it. It's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, B tier. Angel Beats, yeah, A tier, easy. This is one of the first shows that I watched of 2020, and I cried at the end. I don't know if you did. Maybe I'm just a bitch, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. And this was one of the I think this is one of the first shows, like not movies, shows that made me cry. So, yeah, props to Angel Beats, but I did feel like the concept was just a bit too like weird. I don't know. At the same time, this is an older anime, or older as in like 2010. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's in A tier, not S tier, A tier. And then we have Angels of Death. Um, okay, I did enjoy the show. I did enjoy watching it, although I know it was pretty fucking stupid, like the story or whatever. And yeah, it was pretty retarded, but I roughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. It was entertaining, if I must say. So yeah, I'll throw it into a C. Although at the same time, Akame ga Kill was entertaining, but what's more important? Main characters. Actually, no, entertainment's probably more important than main characters. But I'm just gonna leave Angel of Death in C because I want to. Okay, fuck off. Anohana, another A. Um, again, another. I watched the show early 2020. I actually watched it like shortly after I watched Angel Beats. So I liked Anohana. Made me cry a bit. So yeah. Plus, I mean, like, it's just good, for an original. What is it called? An original anime? Is that the proper? I don't fucking know. Who cares? For an original show, I think it's good. I haven't seen a lot of original shows. At least I don't think I have. I don't know. Have I? I don't fucking know. But yeah, I liked it. If you like it, if you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. You know, if you haven't seen it, then watch it. But yeah, Anohana A tier. Another, yeah, that shit is going into A and C tier because, again, it's pretty entertaining. The characters are somewhat cool, In my opinion, best girl died too soon. It's that nurse girl that died in the elevator. Yeah, sad, sad. But at the same time, it is one of the first horror animes I ever saw, and I did enjoy it. So C tier. Attack on Titan. Now, I have actually come to like Attack on Titan a bit better. Like before, because that's probably because my little brother rewatched it on TV, and I would always just be downstairs and just doing whatever, and I would always just see him watching it, and I would occasionally just stare at the TV for like 5 to 10 minutes, rewatching it too. Maybe it's just that. Probably before that, I would throw that shit in like a D or an E, but now I'm gonna put that shit into a C. A lot of people would still probably destroy me for putting it in a C and ask why it's not an S or A, but yeah. If you couldn't tell, I'm not a yeah. Just look at the ranks and do the math. Do your deciphering on what I like. All right. Big order. Yeah, F. The only things I liked about this show, the concept was okay. I mean, no, it wasn't. The first episode was okay, and that crazy girl that wants to kill her, Eiji Hoshimi Eiji, I think that's his name. Our main character, basically this girl right here, that girl right there, to the left of this guy, this girl is pretty fucking cool. So yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only good thing about this show. Actually, I'll bump it up to E just because of that girl, cause she is cool. And I know Big Order is also written by the same person that wrote Future Diary, so I understand that Gas Eye is a fat ass yandere. So yeah, that girl is also a crazy chick. So yeah, Black Bullet, yeah, that shit's going into D tier. Concept good, but there were so many like unnecessary things happening. Like, for example, that one blind lost girl, children. Like, what? Why do they mention her? Like a lot of unnecessary things happened in this show, uh, that we didn't need to see. But I feel like the concept could have been very good. Plus, the ending was just a bit, weird for me. It's not like they've solved the problem of everything. It's they fought off like the first wave or something like that. I can't roughly remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm ranking this improperly based on what I remember. But cry. All right. Black Butler, C tier. Uh, yeah, C tier. I don't know why. Just it's not B. It's not D. From what I remember, I enjoyed watching it and I liked it. So yeah, C tier. Black Lagoon. Okay, now this show would be an A tier if our main character wasn't so much of a pussy. So because of that, I'm gonna have to put him in a B. But at the same time, Revy like evens it out. Revy's always on Rock's ass, so it kind of evens out. And because I roughly like action and the seinen, so I kind of like that. So B tier. Yeah. If Rock wasn't so much of a bitch, I would put it in A. But I've only seen Black Lagoon, the first barrage, and the second barrage. I haven't seen anything else past that. So yeah. Brynhilder in the Darkness. Yeah. F. F. This show is garbage. This is like one of the most weirdest harems that's not a harem at the same time. Like, it's no. Excuse me. It definitely is one of the most fucking trash harems with action, drama, romance, and sci-fi or fantasy. I'm sorry, not sci-fi. Fantasy. My bad. That I have ever seen. It's terrible. The concept I felt was good, but it's just AIDS complete trash show. F. And this show too. Batum. I'm gonna have to give this thing a D tier because first of all, the ending, at least what has happened so far, because there's no season two, and season one was pretty, you know, okay, but why did it have to end there without nothing, without no other season coming out yet? I don't. Who knows? Maybe there's gonna be like a 10-year gap between season one and season two or something. So but at the same time, like they had to end it there. They had to end it when they finally found out how they were gonna escape the island and get everybody off safely without anyone else dying. Like fuck, dude, that's just tough. But yeah. Anyways, Bunny Girl Senpai, yeah, C tier. Do I feel like explaining? No. Actually, is it no C tier? C tier. Yeah. I don't feel like explaining. Just C tier. Cardcaptor Sakura B tier. One of the first what is it called? Magical Girls anime that I've seen, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna when I first saw that it was 70 episodes. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go through hell. But I enjoyed it. I actually did. I was gonna watch Madoka Magica first as my first what is it called, Magical Girls show, but I watched Cardcaptor Sakura instead. So yeah, B tier. And then next we have Chihayafuru. Again, another B tier. Um, I don't know why, but this show has the sports tag or genre when it really should be game, or at least it's considered a sports anime, and that's probably why a lot of people don't like it. But it is a good show. It is a really good show. And yeah, romance, a bit of drama, a bit of a game. It's a game. It should be game, by the way, not sports. So same thing with Mushrooms from the Lion. Game, not sports. even though they go under the sports category. But yeah, should I offer you B tier? What is this? Oh, Chunibyo. Yeah, C tier. I mean, just you know, like your average romance, drama, comedy, except for the, uh, with the exception of the Chunibyo-ness, But I mean, does that really do anything? I don't really think it does. But yeah, I mean, like it's not bad, it's not amazing or as good as these shows. But yeah, C tier. And then we have Don Machi, the show where my beloved Hestia comes from. If we're talking about season two, that shit is going in a D because there wasn't much Hestia. But if we're talking about season one, that shit's going in a C because it wasn't as bad as season two, and we get more Hestia eye candy. And I know this is the picture for season two, but I'm just gonna throw it in a C tier because I feel like the good would overweigh the bad more when it comes to at least comparing seasons. Not, yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, I'll put Danmachi in C. But we have Darling in the Franxx. This is again another show that I watched that I roughly enjoyed watching. But the more I think about it, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it that much. So I'm debating whether I should put it in a D or E. But I'm also thinking that I can't put Darling in the Franxx worse than Black Bullet, and I can't put it as good as Big Order, so I'm gonna put it in D. Demon Slayer C. Um, I mean, a lot of people are probably gonna kill me for putting Demon Slayer in C and not in like S or A. But I mean, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I was just yeah, it's pretty good. It's good. It's just good. In my opinion, Demon Slayer is just good. All right. Domestic Girlfriend, yeah, E tier. Um, Domestic Girlfriend was actually quite funny for me. I don't know if maybe I just watched the wrong show or read some of the stuff a different way or incorrectly, but most of the time I was quite laughing during the show. Like sprinkle the comedy tag on it. Put comedy in the show. That's how I watch this show. Like bit of drama when I watch Domestic Girlfriend. More or less though, I was laughing most of the time. Like when Hina and what's the guy's name, Natsuo, were about to smash, and Rui fucking knocks on the door. It was so funny seeing the reactions. Oh my god, I was dying. Anyways, next, Dropkick on My Devil. Yeah, D tier. It is a lot like Irida, whereas it's quite funny in the first couple of episodes, but then it gets pretty boring really quick, with only like a few funny scenes one or two times each episode. But this time, unlike Irida, which is only 2 minutes each episode, there's two seasons of Dropkick on My Devil, and each episode is 24 minutes long. So that's almost three. That's almost four times. Actually, no, that's way more than four times the amount of Irida, but that's way more than Irida. So just because of that, I'm gonna have to give it a D. And I did binge watch both seasons in one day, so yeah, yeah, D tier. Not necessarily terrible though. Just one of the worser, if that is even a word, slice of life comedies. And then we have Durarara. I really like Durarara. I know a lot of people don't like the X2 arc, but I do, or I did, I should say. No, I do. What the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, I did like the X2 arc. I found it enjoyable and watchable. I just felt like a lot of the characters were useless, you know. But at the same time, who knows? Just yeah, B tier. I enjoyed Durarara, including the X2 arc. We have Engaged to the Unidentified. Again, another C tier show. Just like not Domestic Girlfriend, Dropkick on My Devil and Irida. It was quite funny in the first couple of episodes, but then it gets boring real quick. But because this show has like an actual like little story, it's a good C tier, and it's also a bit funnier than Dropkick on My Devil. I think Dropkick on My Devil, like 2 or 3 episodes in, and then it gets boring. Engaged to the Unidentified, like 7 episodes. It was the first 7 episodes were quite funny, and then it just got kind of boring. But yeah, not a bad show. Erased. Now, all right, hold on. C is the exact middle. Yeah, we'll put Erased in C because you're gonna have an amazing story, which is like the first 9 episodes, and you're gonna have the last what 4? I can math, right? Oh wait, is there 13 or 12? I think there's 12 episodes, right? Yeah, there's 12 episodes. You're gonna have the last 3 episodes be absolute AIDS, absolute dog shit. So I feel like it evens out perfectly, right in the middle between S and F. Right into that C. So yeah, Arrow Manga Sensei D tier. A lot of people would put Arrow Manga Sensei like A or F, but to be honest, I found Arrow Manga Sensei quite funny. I'm not gonna lie, I found it quite funny. The Our main character is literally trying to fuck his little sister. Like, isn't that quite funny? Who knows? Maybe it's just me. Um, yeah, I'll do a hentai. I'll do a hentai tier list the next, and I'll talk about what I like because if you couldn't, yeah, but yeah, Arrow Manga Sensei D tier. I would give it a C if our main character decided what he wanted to do. Like, does he want to become better with his novels, or does he want to fuck his little sister? Like what does he want to do? Choose a path, you know. And maybe if he chose a path, it would be in C for me. But because he couldn't make up his mind, D tier. Then we have Fire Force again, C tier. This show is very average. I understand that, but at the same time, for some odd reason, I roughly like it a lot more than the usual person would like it. I should say, but yeah, I'll give it a C tier, I guess. Fireworks. Now I'm gonna have to give this show an F. This movie an F. I mean, because it really is a bad movie, at least in my opinion. Okay, I did not like this movie. The only thing I probably liked about the movie was the song, the end song, the animation, and maybe the main girl because she looks like Senja Gahara from the Monogatari series. Maybe that's it. But like the story and every other character in that show and anything that's said is just fucking terrible. It is so bad. So yeah, F tier. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, aside from the memes of Full Metal Alchemist being the best anime of all time, where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's an S tier. We can all agree on that. I think we can. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like, it's an S tier. Obviously, don't need to even waste more time. We've all seen that show. Gamers, yeah, F tier. This is another bad slice of life comedy, trash show. All the characters are bad. There's no best girl in this show, which really defeats the whole purpose of watching this show when like 3 or 4 of the girls or the main characters are girls. So yeah, not only that, the show is a complete bait. The show is called Gamers with an exclamation mark at the end, and they hardly do any gaming. So it is a complete bait. I don't like this show. It's not good. No best girls. Most of the girls are quite annoying. So yeah, trash show. Don't watch it. On the other hand, though, we have this show, Girls Last Tour, which is an A tier for sure. It is a show. It is a show that is a bit interesting. It is a slow burner though, so like Anohana, it is a slow burner, I should say. So if you're not into, if you can't watch those slower shows that feel like you're that feel like hours when you've only watched one episode, it may not be for you, but I like the Girls Last Tour. It's something that I have never seen. A post-apocalyptic slice of life. Like how are you gonna put a post-apocalyptic slice of life together? Like that's what I'm saying. And Girls Last Tour, I liked it a lot. The characters were cool. Yeah, pretty cool. A tier. Golden Time. Again, this is gonna be a C tier show. Uh, yeah, C tier. Don't want to explain. I don't want to think why C tier. Just my brain tells me it's not D, it's not B. It would mostly fit in C. So yeah. But then next we have Gurren Lagann again, B tier. Uh, I think this is the second. No, this is a third mecha. Is it the third? I don't know. It's the second or third mecha show I've ever seen, and I liked it. Um, I felt like I was gonna become a mecha fanboy, only to realize that I never watched another mecha anime after. I either watched Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, one of the two. I don't remember, but it was either this show or Kill la Kill. And then I never watched another mecha show because Darling in the Franxx was my first one. But yeah, Gurren Lagann B tier. Yeah, characters are cool. Yoko obviously comes from the show. If you didn't know, Yoko used to be my well, when I only had one waifu, Yoko was one of them for a good couple of months until I watched that one show. Yeah, but you know, B tier. High School DD, yeah, C tier. I don't need to explain why. First of all, Akano and Rias are amazing girls. Koneko and the priest girl are okay. But at the same time, Koneko is cat girl, and if you don't know, I fuck with cat girls big time. So the characters are cool. The guy is the other guy with the sword is cool, and Issei is definitely dope husbando. You know, not only is he a horny bastard with good comedy, but he really is a simp. And if your simp is your husband, he will do anything to protect you, which is awesome. But at the same time, shit's kind of whack. So C tier. How to Keep a Mummy? D tier. I didn't really like this show, to be honest. I know a lot of people do, but I really didn't. I don't want to explain. I just didn't like it a lot. Inspector F tier. This show is God. This show is so bad. The first couple of episodes, maybe when I first couple, I literally mean couple. Like the first two episodes were pretty good, and then it just nosedives. It nosedives real fast, and it just keeps on going down with each episode you watch. Like it doesn't stop. It doesn't nosedive and then just stays stationary. It keeps going. So it's fucking bad. It's terrible. F tier. Is the Order a rabbit or Gochumon wa Usagi desu ka? Yeah, I'll C tier. It's just another average moe slice of life comedy, cute girls doing cute things show. So C tier. Ishizoku Reviewers. Now, this show also has the same problem as Dropkick on My Devil and Ayuda and Eromanga Sensei. It is hilarious in the first couple episodes. Actually, in the first couple episodes, I'd say Ishizoku Reviewers would probably be way funnier than Ayuda, Dropkick on My Devil, or Eromanga Sensei. But it just got way less funnier as the more you watch it. So I'm gonna have to throw it into a D tier. And then Kekai Sensen, again, C tier, pretty average show. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But, C tier, pretty average. Kill la Kill, throw that shit into an E tier, baby. Fucking, I did not like this show. The story was okay. I feel like the only character I really liked was no one, because I don't think I really liked any of the characters. I like Ryoko's. I think that's her name. The main girl, this girl right here, the girl in the red and black. I liked her character design, but I didn't like her character, if that makes sense. But apart from that, I don't think I liked any character in this show. I probably did. I hated every single. I shouldn't say I hated everyone. I just didn't like any characters in this show. But yeah, E tier. Konohana Kitan, again, another basic slice of life comedy, in my opinion. Just another comedy slice of life that is just roughly funny all throughout, but it's not as funny. Okay, now I'm just confusing people. I'll just say it's funny all throughout, but it's not as funny. Whereas in these three shows, you'll laugh as hard as you will in the first couple episodes. I don't know if that makes sense. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't, and I've just completely brain fucked you all. But yeah, Konosuba A tier. If you don't know, I really don't like isekais, but because Konosuba is a parody, because in my opinion, every character, or at least almost every character, is fucking cool, and our main four characters are amazing. I fuck with it. I fuck with it a lot, Konosuba. One of the few shows that really made me laugh a lot while watching all of it. The two seasons, the two OVAs, the movie. I really did laugh a lot watching Konosuba, and I did enjoy it. So yeah, A tier. Not only that, but Megumin is obviously best girl in this show. Aqua is she's just there if you're desperate, and Darkness is just there for satisfaction, I should say. But yeah, K-On! Oh yeah, another A tier show. K-On! K-On! Is really really good. One of the better Moe Slice of Life comedies, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that because it is more popular too. I'm not saying popularity of a show is what makes it good or bad, but a lot of people know about K-On! A lot of people have probably seen it and can probably agree that is an A tier or a B tier. Maybe I'm overhyping it, but I like Moe, so yeah, A tier without a doubt. Kyokai no Kanata, B tier. This is a B tier show for sure. Like all the characters are pretty cool. The story it could be a bit confusing, but it's good. It's really really good. I say it's really really good, and it's in B, not in A. Even though I've said these shows are really really good, but I haven't seen the When I'll Be There movie, so yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I've only seen the first season, if I should say. So yeah, B tier. Love is War. This is gonna destroy some of you guys, I know for sure. But I'm gonna have to throw Love is War into a C tier, cause who knows? Maybe I just didn't like this concept of a rom com. Maybe I just didn't. When the Yeah, I don't think I just did. Like when you just want them to, cause when I think of rom com, I just think of like okay. Nisakoi's on here, but like that's oh my goodness, dude. I'm over it. Just C tier, deal with it, cry. If you don't agree with me, you're mad. Lucky Star, yeah, A tier. Just as good as K-On! Amazing Moe, slice of life, comedy. I mean, nothing else to say. Not only that, but then all these girls are just as dope as all these girls. So yeah, that's like a plus in my book. All the characters are dope, and yeah, Made in Abyss, again, another fucking A tier show because, I mean, I don't have to explain if you've seen this show. This show is really good. Actually, it was so good when I watched this show, which was early 2020. I was like, why is there no season 2? What the fuck, man? And then I found out that it's actually pretty new, so I understood why. And I like this show so much, I went out of the way to watch like the 3 movies, which is basically like a shorter version of season 1. All 3 movies. Yeah, I have too much time. Anyways, Makia, yeah, S tier. One of the really good movies. The animation is amazing. Characters are cool. Story is amazing. Just the soundtrack is pretty good. So yeah, S tier. I fuck with this show. I mean movie. It's really good. And then we have Makaku City Actors, or the manga Kagero Days. Yes, I remembered. Yeah, I throw that shit into a C tier. It can be confusing. The story can be pretty confusing, because like the first 6 episodes or something that is like introducing all the characters and what's happening, and then like the last 6, or not even maybe like not even the last 6, maybe like the last 2, 3 episodes, or maybe 4 episodes is like where the actual story happens. But yeah, C tier. The Monogatari series. Now I know this is the picture for Monogatari series second season, but I'm just gonna use this picture as the whole Monogatari series as a whole. And you see, I really want to put it in S, but I know that it really isn't an S. It is just a big A tier show, or series, if I should say. It would take too much time to put all 13 of the Monogatari series shows slash movies on here. That would just be way too unnecessary. So I'm just gonna do the Monogatari series using this, and the Monogatari series is an A tier, which isn't bad. It's really good. And then we have My Hero Academia. Yeah, throw that shit into an E. It's pretty ironic too, because I have a My Hero Academia, I have a My Hero Academia poster and a Demon Slayer poster right to the left of me, right to the left of me. And actually, this exact image that you see right here, this My Hero image, is the exact poster that I have. Believe it or not. I know no one asked, but it's pretty ironic that I put Demon Slayer and My Hero in C and an E, and I have two. I only have two anime posters, and it's those two shows. But yeah, My Hero is an E tier. Not really. It gets worse as the season go on. It gets significantly worse, except for season 4, the first arc. Fucking amazing. But season 2 was just absolute AIDS, which made it an E. Alright, next we have a lull in the sea, otherwise known as Nagi no Ashikata. Hmm, I'll give it a B. Almost made me cry, but characters they do show some development, some maturity, especially at that time gap. So yeah, I'll throw it in a B. Not only that, the animation's amazing, the watercoloring, and the soundtrack is pretty cool. So B tier. Netsuzo Trap, NTR. Okay, I don't know if I want to give it an F or an E. This is a pretty interesting decision because it's a Yuri anime, which I like. I would say I like, but I haven't seen much. But it's I'll give it an E because I'll give it an E because what's her main character's name? Yuma? Yeah, her the pink haired girl. She's cute and you want to feel bad for her, but sometimes you don't want to feel bad for her. You want to feel bad for her boyfriend. But yeah, NTR can be really rough. So and it's Zero Trap E tier, right with Domestic Girlfriend. There we go. And then next we have a show that I've recently finished. Actually, this is probably the latest show that I watched. A new game, and I finished it like a week or two ago. I haven't been watching a lot of anime recently, but I'll put New Game in C tier. Again, another average slice of life comedy. Yeah. And then we have Nichijou, and I don't think it's as good as Lucky Star K-On, but I will put it in the B tier. Because it's definitely better than the average slice of life comedy. So yeah, I'll throw that into a B tier. Nisekoi, yeah, put it in the C next to Love Is War. I mean, yeah, rom coms. Sometimes they're good. I mean, it's not like I have any rom coms that are in D or E and F. So yeah, just throw Nisekoi right next to Love Is War into the C tier. No Game No Life. Again, I said I don't like isekais, but this is another isekai I'm putting in B tier because it is just hilarious. It is hilarious. Oh my god. It's just not as hilarious as Konosuba. But that's really the only thing No Game No Life has going for it is it's comedy. And I mean, like maybe Sora and Shio are cool too, you know, because they're gamers. But yeah, B tier. Non on Beauty, yeah, S. This is probably no, it definitely is my favorite slice of life comedy show. But I wouldn't say it's. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite show because. Oh wait, I just noticed this is an A. That needs to not be an A. Okay, I mean S. Why was more? Okay, whatever. But yeah, non on BOD is definitely S tier. S tier for sure. You know, like I I uh, okay, I know it's pretty cliche. I don't know if it's cliche of me to say this, but I really at first when I first watched Clan and After Story, until I watched Non on Beauty, Clan and After Story was my favorite anime. Like it's probably really cliche to say that, but until I watched Non on Beauty, especially Non on Beauty repeat and the movie, oh that was really good. So yeah, it is. These two shows are probably like my favorite all time. Yeah, enough praising Non on B already and kind of out the story. Norigami, throw that shit into a D tier. It really wasn't that good. I mean, Yato was cool. Hiromi, I think that's her name. This girl right here, she was alright. Yuki, he was a pussy, which was the whole reason why Yato, went through that whole hell phase in the last few episodes. It just was fucked. And I didn't finish Norigami Arigato. I think that's how you say it. I watched like the first episode and I dropped it. Or like the first 12 minutes of the first episode and I dropped it. But yeah, D tier. One Punch Man, C tier. I know I said I liked Konosuba because it's a parody, and so is One Punch Man, but I didn't really like One Punch Man that much. Just I didn't. Origairu, yeah, throw that shit into an A because this show is really good. I mean, I'm hyped. I'm currently very excited. I haven't even watched the latest episode of Origairu. What is it? Episode 4 or episode 5, right? So yeah, I haven't even watched that yet. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm busy playing games and doing this shit, making this video, this trash video. But yeah, Origairu is definitely A tier. Don't need to explain why. If you've seen it, you probably like it. If you've seen it and don't like it, tell me why, and then I'll see. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, S tier. We can agree that this show is better than A Silent Voice and Your Name. Uh, yeah, I don't need to explain why. This show is way better than. This movie is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I haven't seen much, so bear with me when I say that. So yeah, S tier. Parasite the Maxim. I said I liked a lot of action and seinen, so that is also going to go in the B, right next to Black Lagoon. This show again, if our main character wasn't so much of a bitch, he's not as much of the bitch as Rock, but in the first half of season 1, he was a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie about it, but at the same time, that's because he was freaking out with that shit in his hand, Migi in his hand. But then when his a spoiler alert, when his mom died, that's when he squared up. He was like, all right, dude, I'm gonna kill these things, which is when he is not a bitch anymore. So I fucked with it. B tier. Sakurasu no Pet na Kanajo. I'll give it a C, a high C. It would be a high C though, definitely a high C. I mean, actually no, no. You know what? I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. I liked it better than Toradora, and I would put Toradora in like a high C. So if I like this show more than Toradora, I think it's worth a B. But yeah, it's a good show. Uh, not so much of animals involved. Just our main character's a bit strange. At least both of them are Sarata and Sheena. But yeah, oh well. Promise Neverland, throw that shit into it. Fat ass D tier baby. Ooh. I mean, like, I like I. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but there's so much crying in this show. It gets so annoying. So it's just very annoying with how much crying is actually in this show. Not only that, but some like times when we know it's gonna be so predictable, it just like takes way too long to get that message, the full message through, even though we already know what's gonna happen. Like in the first episode when we see, I believe it's Norman, when he's about to look in the trunk and see that the girl's dead. Like, we know she's dead. We know she's there. Just get on with it already. But, yeah. And then we have Psychopaths, C tier. Um, definitely. Actually, well, they did. I think they did kill off my favorite character in the latest season, or not the latest season, in season 3, which is where I stopped watching Psychopaths. They killed her at the end of season 3, which is completely off the topic of ranking Psychopaths, by the way. I just want to reminisce on that. But anyways, I'll put Psychopaths in a B tier too. Like I said, I really do like the action and seinen combo. And I'm not lying when I say that. I'm pretty sure I have Tokyo Ghoul on here, and I'll put Tokyo Ghoul in C. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. The quintuple quintuplets, the quintessential quintuplets. That one show. Yeah, C, rom com city in here. C is just full of rom coms and slice of life. Hot damn. Anyways, yeah. Um, the girls are cute, they're cool. Our main character is cool. A lot of the characters in this show are cool. I just feel like the ending was a bit too rushed, So yeah, which is why it's in the C. And not only that, but our famous Miku Nakano comes from this show. So yeah, uh, a certain scientific railgun, B tier. Now, I'm I'm not saying the Tawaru series as a whole. I'm just saying railgun in particular. Even though I've seen Index, I didn't put Index on here because Index would be like an E or D. But yeah, Railgun is definitely a B tier. Currently watching season 3 or a certain scientific Railgun T. Is it T or S? I'm pretty sure it's S, right? Kill me if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, pretty good. I really liked Railgun, or I really am liking Railgun, I should say. Shit. But yeah, next is ReZero. Now, ReZero is currently airing. And I'm not gonna lie, season 2 so far is actually 10 times better than season 1. And so because of that, I'm actually just gonna put ReZero in a C. Before it would be in an F. But because ReZero season 2 is doing a 10 times better job than season 1 so far, it's gonna skip 2 whole tiers and go into the C tier, into the average category. So yeah, C tier. Sakura Trick, throw that into a C tier. Again, another Yuri rom-com anime that I roughly enjoyed and liked. So, you know, but at the same time, it was just funny all throughout. But it it's just funny all throughout, but not hilarious. It's just a couple laughs here and there in each episode. But yeah, um, School Live. Again, this is another post-apocalyptic slice of life, just like um, Girls Last Tour, but I'm gonna put this show into a B tier because it's definitely a high B tier though, because it is a good show. It is nice, but I feel like the ending was just a bit strange. But at the same time, we don't know what really happened. So maybe talking to zombies really does work. Who knows? But yeah, B tier. Senko-san, Helpful Fox Senko-san. Again, another C tier. Just a pretty average, slow burner, slice of life comedy. Nothing special. Except for Senko-san is definitely a lolly, and she has cat ears, so that's like a diabetes to me. All right, next, Shield Hero, D tier. I didn't really like Shield Hero. The only reason why it's on an E or F is because Raftalia. Yeah, call me a pedophile. I don't care. Two of my waifus are lollies anyways. What are you gonna do about it? But yeah, D tier Shield Hero. Shinseka Yori, I will throw that into an A. I really like Shinseka Yori. Um, yeah. The first half was pretty slow, but it wasn't boring for me. And then the second half was when it got even better and it wasn't as slow. So yeah. And then we have the forest spirit, the Somali and the forest spirits. There we go. Uh, it's either a B or C. I'm really thinking right now. Maybe because there's not a lot in B, I'll just put it in B. Why not? Yeah, I'll put Somali in the first version in B. It's definitely definitely a different show. Definitely more interesting. It's almost like a It's almost like a post-apocalyptic slice of life, but without really being post-apocalyptic in a way. I don't know how to put it. It's very interesting. Uh, can I will be excited that season 2 comes out because season 1 ended like this year or last year. I'm pretty sure it ended this year, but yeah, or last year. I don't fucking know. But yeah, B tier Somali. Soul Eater. This is by the same person that wrote Fire Force. It is again going to C. But at the same time, if this was me ranking this when it was still Christmas, so like 2019, late 2019, early 2020, I would put Soul Eater in like a B or an A because this was one of the first shows that I ever watched. If anything, it probably was my first, second to High School DD, or yeah. So yeah, when I first watched Soul Eater, I really liked it. But the more I think about it, not so much. C tier. Sorta Online, E tier. Not F, not F, not F. Because Soul Art Online is enjoyable, or not enjoyable, entertaining. There we go. Definitely watchable because it's entertaining. Makes sense. And because Asuna is at least the only good decent character in that show. Kirito, but at the same time, this show has produced the most popular villain of all time, Kirito. So yeah, you gotta give it props to that. But anyways, next, the Takagi-san one, this one, like Uzaki-chan and don't toy with me, Nagatoro-san. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like watching this show. I really didn't like watching this show. It was, I know I was told it's a slow burner, but at the same time I've watched like Girls Last Tour, Anohana, Konohana Kitan. I've seen those shows and those are really slow. And this show, it was extremely slow, and it was really boring for me. Who knows? Maybe it's just me. I know a lot of people like it, but I really didn't like it. But yeah, it's E tier. Televeru. I know this is the Televeru Darkness picture, but this Televeru, I haven't seen Televeru Darkness actually. Both seasons I haven't seen, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to put in the D though, because just like Ishizoku reviewers, they both are ecchi, they both have comedy, and they both have like that fantasy like to them. So yeah, and it's just like Ishizoku reviewers. The first couple of episodes are funny, and then it just is stagnant the whole way watching it. Couple laughs here and there, but a lot less. And there's 25 episodes in the first season or something like that. And then there's Moto Televeru, which is 12 seasons, and then you have Televeru Darkness, 2 seasons, which is 24 episodes in total. So there's like way more. So yeah, D tier. Uh, Tokyo Ghoul, yeah, C tier. I know. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this one, putting Tokyo Ghoul in C, in 2020. And what am I, high? No. I roughly enjoyed watching Tokyo Ghoul a lot. I really did. But I know, a lot of people don't like Route A. A lot of people don't like third season, which is I completely understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand why people don't like Tokyo Ghoul. It's just I personally somewhat liked Tokyo Ghoul. All right, so which is why it's in the C tier. And Toradora. I said this earlier when I was talking about Sakurazo no Penta Kanajo. I said Toradora would be in C. So, yeah. Tower of God, yeah, that shit's going into a D tier. Because, I mean, like, our main character is a simp. And, like, most of the characters are pretty shitty. I only found, like, 2 or 3 characters to be, somewhat bearable and cool. No, I don't want to say them because I don't feel like thinking about their names again. But yeah, Tower of God D tier. Tsuki ga Kide, yes, definitely a B tier show. Definitely a B tier show. This was actually one of the first romance animes I've ever seen. Not I don't know if it was the first, but definitely one of the first. And I liked it a lot. It was very interesting. The only thing I really didn't like about it was the animation, which is ironic because it's the studio that did this is actually the same studio that did season 2 of Oregairu and is currently doing season 3 of Oregairu. But I don't know why. I just felt like the animation in Tsukigakure was a bit weird. But it was it's fine. It's not terrible. Not the worst I've seen. So yeah, I'll give it a B tier. Zuzure Children. Again, because the show isn't that long, only 12 minutes per episode. Each episode is only about 12 minutes. So yeah, C tier, and it is just funny all throughout. Just not hilarious in each episode. And we have Ungo, definitely an F tier show because it's just bad. Don't even want to talk about that show. Violet Evergarden though, I'm gonna put Violet Evergarden in S because it's a good show. It is a good show. I watched the Violet Evergarden memory doll movie. Is that what it's called? It's the movie that's already been out, and then this movie is coming out. The movie that is currently the picture of that I'm using for Violet Evergarden. It's currently coming out this year, which I am very excited for. So, S tier for sure. Watamote, definitely an F tier. Trash show. Not only are all the characters fucking trash, except for her friend. Her friend is fucking cool. She went from a complete weird ass motherfucker in middle school to a hot, gorgeous, beautiful word hard working girl. And our main character here just calls her a bitch. Like what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Why you gotta do that? But it's awkward as fuck. All the characters are lame. Our main character is definitely trash. Yeah. Uh, Wataten, an angel flew down to me. C tier. Actually, no. Yeah, it's no C tier, not a B tier. Um, it's not as average as a slice of life comedy. Actually, I would say I like it a bit more than most of these on here, but at the same time, it does not even compete with these B tiers. So I would put it in C tier. Yeah. Weathering with you, A tier. Yeah, we can agree. Weathering with you, A tier. Don't need to explain why. If you've seen it and you didn't like it, at the same time I could understand why, but I liked Weathering with You, so A tier. Okay, why the hell are you here, teacher? C tier. Funny, really funny, really funny. Obviously, best girl is this teacher right here. Of course, it's the shortest teacher out of all of them. Fuck, dude, I'm gonna get the cops called on me. All right, Wolf Children again, another A tier movie. Pretty good. I mean, really, really good. I really like it. Next, Your Name. Don't need to explain. S. You Do Camp. Uh, actually, You Do Camp is a B tier. B tier for sure. It is definitely above average slice of life comedy. Moe, cute girl doing cute things. So, I'll definitely give it a B. And then lastly, we have Zombieland Saga, the other Idols anime that I've seen. Yeah, throw that shit into a C2. Just a bit butthurt that they skipped out on Best Girl's arc. They did every other girl's arc except Best Girl. I don't even remember her name because it's been a while since I've seen that. But as you can obviously tell, that is it. There is nothing else. There is no other shows here. I have ranked almost every show that I've seen. Um, how do I end the video? If you didn't like it, don't dislike it or like it. Just click off. If you liked it, just click off too. I don't want to see likes because if I see likes, that's gonna inspire me to do more tier list videos, and I don't want to do that because they take too much time, and I could just be playing games like CS:GO surfing. But yeah, hentai tier list next, by the way.